Hi, this video is about depression, and so first I wanted to explain the difference between depression and sadness. So I recently saw someone describe it quite beautifully, and that was that being sad is a feeling you get when things are going wrong. Depression is what you feel a lot of times when things are going right and you still have that feeling of depression. And so it's a lot of times chemically based. It's a brain chemistry thing. It's not just really a matter of willpower. It's a matter of something going on in your body that you can't control. And a lot of people don't really understand it. And so a lot of people say, well, just pick yourself up by your bootstraps, or, just deal, or willpower, or whatever. But it's really not about that. So I would recommend really going in for a session and finding out how a therapist might be able to help you with your specific type of depression, because different people are depressed in different kinds of ways and handle it in different kinds of ways. So that would be the first step. Two is, I never require or push people to take medication, but I definitely would encourage you to talk to your doctor about the possibility of getting evaluated and what medication might be able to do, because a lot of times, like I said, depression is a chemical thing that's going on in your body, and sometimes the most effective way to treat it is with a chemical, but that's something that you have to discuss between you and your doctor, to find out if that's right for you and if it's something that you want to do. But a couple tips in terms of dealing with depression. So one is, figure out what you have to do in the day and divide it up into small manageable tasks. So there was one time I was working with a client and she said, I couldn't get out of bed today. And I said, okay, well, what's going on? I was talking to her on the phone and she's like, well, I have to go to the store. And I was like, okay, well, how about you, set aside an hour to go to the store and come back. So maybe, you relax, you rest, you take care of yourself. Maybe you listen to some music, get up some energy, go to the store, come back, and then, give yourself another half hour to figure things out and relax and stuff. And so she was like, well, I can't do the store in an hour. It's going to take 2 or 3 hours. And I'm like, well, what store takes 2 or 3 hours? And she was like, well, I have to go to the farmer's market for my fruit, and I have to go to the regular supermarket for the things the farmer's market doesn't have. And then I like to go to like Wild Oats or Trader Joe's for more organic stuff. And so I was trying to help her to have her outing be small and manageable. So it's like, okay, well, what is the task? What are the groceries that you can't do without? And go to do that first. And then come back, and if you have the energy, do more stuff. But make them small, so that way you feel like you can actually go do it. And even if you just do that one thing, you feel like you were successful that day, or you got something accomplished, as opposed to trying to get everything done on your list. The other thing is, I mentioned before, is taking care of yourself when you are home. So what are things that you enjoy doing? Reading a book maybe, or taking a shower, or listening to music, or drawing, or watching a comedy on TV. Figuring out the things that you like to do and making sure that those are part of your day so you have energy to do the other things. And if you simply just can't get out of bed, it might be something you really just call a therapist, and sometimes they can start you off with a phone session, because it's hard for you to get out of bed. So if you could get out of bed to go to do the things you need to do, then you wouldn't need a therapist. And so trying to get out of bed to go see a therapist is difficult. So look for a therapist that has phone or Skype sessions so you can just get started, and hopefully they can help you figure out some things to help you manage the depression. So I hope that was helpful, and try to have a good day.